All right. This is the next victim. This is a 1978 Porsche 911. I'm sure I have an iPhone, so they're pretty famous for not picking everything up. But I mean, you can clearly tell by the reflection and the obvious difference in color that it's been kind of loved before. So I'm just gonna do the body restoration and paint on this car. So this is the before. I'm starting to take it apart. That's why I always get into stuff and I never really take before videos of how it looked beforehand, as opposed to when it's done. So yeah, 911 Porsche. I don't know much about these cars. You know, when you're a kid and you have an idea of what a car is, when you're younger and you have a perception of what a dream car is. I think this was what my brother's dream car is, but just kind of backing it into the garage. Like I wouldn't want to drive this thing every day. There's no power steering. The clutch is right. I don't know what kind of clutch is in this thing, but it's super like touchy. And it's kind of a bear to drive, but I'm sure it's fun. But yeah, it's just kind of, I know it has surprises. I know there's things that are that's been done to this thing before this guy had it. And then here it's in my hands now. There's a hole underneath there. I'm sure once I pull that off, there may be more, but I gotta address that. My goal is to do a panel a day instead of doing the whole car at once. I find that that's how I did the last full car, and it took about a year. So I want to have this one done in 2 months. So it's starting today. My first thing is just strip everything off of this fender and then start body working it. So I can tell that, I don't know if it'll pick it up, but there's a dent right there in the fender. And it's got some waviness and stuff, and I can tell that there's a lot of paint on it. So that's my goal today. I'm gonna do 6 hours a day and strip and body work a panel a day. And then hopefully, so what is there? There's 3. I gotta take all that apart. That'll probably be a day in the trunk. So 3 days, 4, 5, the hood 6, and then the other side. So there's 9. And then the bumpers. So in 9 days, I want this thing ready for prime. And then paint. It's going to be single stage paint, which I love because I find that it has a nice rich shine. It's going to be the original red, which I believe is the orangier red here. And because it's going to be single stage, it's going to be a nice deep, like a nice deep gloss to it. This side's kind of the bestest of the worst-ish. I mean, that fender is pretty straightforward, straight going. This door seems to be okay from what I saw of it. This side's pressed up against the wall just so I can get my other stuff in and out of here. But this quarter panel, I'm hoping that there's not what I fear that there is underneath all this Bondo. For whatever reason, there's a lot of Bondo on this quarter. You can see it cracking off. So, and then I can reach my hand up underneath, but I don't feel anything. Like, I don't feel any damage reaching under here. So why there has so much there, I don't know. Maybe it was smacked in the back. I can't reach my hand back there, but that's gonna probably be a couple days, or it might just surprise me and just be easy. So we'll see. All in all, it's a nice car. I think that once it's done, it'll be a pretty straight little driver. He wants to drive the thing, and I think that once it's done, it should be nice. So there's before.